YouTube fam, what's good? It's your boy Will, back at it again, another video. Today I just wanted to make a quick video about the Zhiyun Crane. This is going to be my first impressions. I traveled with it on 2 trips. We went to Daytona Beach and then we also went to Panama City Beach. Have not edited those vlogs yet. They will be after this video. Have my notes right here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I'm not going to talk about balancing it because there's plenty of videos online about balance, but I just wanted to make a basic video about the modes and also show you examples of those modes. The mode that the Zhiyun Crane starts in is the pan follow mode, which basically means when you move, it follows the pan. And I can show you an example of that right here. Yeah, so like the pan follow is good for like orbit shots. So like if you're circling around a subject, you just basically got to keep the same distance and then you keep that thing straight. And as long as you keep your hand straight, it's gonna follow your hand. Okay, so then you have a pan lock mode, which is my favorite. I like that because it's pretty easy to get like those follow shots if you just need to keep the camera straight. Because with the pan follow, like when you move your hand slightly, it may go off course a little bit. The pan lock mode, it stays locked on the direction you're going. So like if I was doing a shot where I know someone's walking directly towards me, I would use that mode. So that way if I accidentally move my wrist a little bit, it still stays straight ahead. But I just shot at like a wedding and I wanted to get like this shot of them walking down the aisle, you know, kind of like through the crowd. So I used that pan lock mode, which allowed me to have the gimbal lock in that direction as I walked straight ahead, but it was aiming that way. So I was able to walk straight ahead, never losing course, but it basically locks the pan. Okay, and the last mode is gonna be the POV mode. It basically lets the gimbal pretty much move on its own in a nice smooth motion, but as you move the camera around, it the axis of the roll, also the pan, the tilt, when you do like the pan lock mode, obviously the pan is locked, so you can't pan it, but you can tilt up and down. And then when you do like the follow mode, you can follow, but you can't like turn the camera left or right, if that makes sense. It kind of does like the opposite. Yeah, the POV mode takes all that away and the gimbal basically acts to your movement. Very smooth of however you move. If you go up, down, side to side, it's really cool. Here's a little example of that, of me getting some ice. I haven't really played too much with this mode, but I could see a lot can be done with this. Then there's also like inverted mode, which basically means a lower profile. So you can take the gimbal and flip it right side up, so you're basically able to get really low to the ground and you still have access to those modes. So it's not really like another mode, but it gives you like a whole different option to invert the gimbal so you can get better shots at a lower angle. There's also an app for it. Inside this app you can manipulate the motors. Awesome feature inside the app as well is going to be the motion time lapse, which basically will allow you to I actually have this in like a vlog video, but it's a motion time lapse. I'm just going to show you some examples of exactly what it is and you pretty much can get the idea. But you know, you set the camera to whatever you want to film, and then in a course of time you can pick 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 minute, or whatever for a time lapse. You can do video or picture and it will take that course and film like a time lapse in motion. It is very sweet, man. I love this. I can't wait to get like better at it and figure out creative ways to utilize that feature, because man, it is really dope. My conclusions of my first impression, all in all, it is a awesome gimbal. It is a must-have. For the most part, man, as a vlogger, I can see myself definitely using this. I didn't feel like it was too much. It's almost the same as like the GorillaPod to me. The only thing, it brings more attention. So when people see me walking around with this crane thing and like moving around, they're like, what in the world is that? They're like, can I try it out? And I'm like, yeah, sure, check it out. It's hilarious, but people love to see this and they're like, wow, what is that? Because it looks like so professional. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad to carry around and vlog with. You can turn it off, toss it in your bag easy. It's not as fragile. I mean, I love it, man. I think I'm literally gonna leave my camera on here and just continue using it, at least for right now, so I can learn more. And man, I cannot get enough of that buttery smooth footage. You know, it's also good to note that it's not all about having all stable footage, because I think if you have too much stable footage in a video or whatever you're doing, it just doesn't come across right. It just depends on what you're filming and what you're trying to get your audience to feel, I guess. But the bad thing I can say about this gimbal is I see myself using it more and just like trying new shots that I was never able to try before I got this, because I couldn't get low and do certain things. But I find myself now just like keep trying all types of crazy shots. So I have like too much B-roll. I mean, all together, man, it is awesome. I did want to mention this was my first little gimbal. I made a kind of a video about it. This is like 50 bucks. It's my first little stabilizer. It's basically the same thing. Stick your camera on top and it allows you to get, you know, stable footage. This one actually cost about 40 bucks. So if you don't have money for like a Zhiyun Crane right now, but you want to get more stable footage, I would definitely recommend, I think it's called the S40 Video something. I'll leave a link for it in the description. But this is a great starter. 50 bucks, you can't beat it. It will improve your footage for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video about the Zhiyun Crane Plus. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will be happy to answer them the best I can. Do me a favor, man, if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and just karate chop that like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I make weekly videos here on YouTube, mostly about adventure, travel, and fun. Sometimes little tech stuff depending on what I got going on. But go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We will catch you guys next week in our next video. Oh, here's a sample of next week's video. PCB.